All right. Okay, let's do a mic check. Mic check. Hope you guys can hear me well. Let me just do a. That's weird. Okay. Let's see. Is it muted? Oh wait, right? All right. Let me just do like a quick check, real quick. So it works on there. Oh, I'm a dumbass. Oh wait. Oh shot. Okay. There we go. Okay, nice. All right. Just let me do like a quick audio check on my side, and I guess you guys will be hearing this. All right. Okay. All right. Yo. Oh shit. Oh no 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 no. What the fuck? Okay, okay. Oh no. Let me just turn this off. There we go. Okay, that's my bad. Okay. Okay, let me just turn this bad boy off. All right. Okay, there we go. And I guess for our audio, I think it's A-okay. And let me just open up this one as well so I can see you guys. Okay. There we go. All right. Now let me just. Okay. Also, let me just test out one thing, like real quick, because yeah. Let me just. Okay, this shit is running, so let's test it out. Is that not the command? Okay, let's see. Sorry. I'm just doing like a little bit of like a technical checkup on my side. So, yeah. Is it not? Oh. My bad. Is this? Okay, so it is working. And let me give this a try as well. BTTV. Oh, whoops. There we go. Nice. Okay. Let's see my timers. This is weird. Could not set like a bot timer. Okay, I would need to take a look at that later. Okay. All right. So just gonna all right. Let me just put this right here. Don't worry, don't worry. We're starting soon. We're starting soon. Okay. Put this bad boy right here. There we go. All right. Okay. And then now let's just see. All right. Okay, good. Okay, first of all, finally, we finally have like 1080p like HD. Cause holy shit, I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know what the hell happened with like the last stream, but goddamn, Jesus, like it was stream. I don't know why. Like if you take a look at my previous thoughts, it ain't the prettiest, I can say. All right, so yeah, I think it was the last like 2 or 3 streams which I was streaming at around like 480p, which is not ideal, you can say. All right, because I don't know what happened, but basically I configured something like in my OBS. I'm not sure. I think I was like trying out some other platform or not. I'm like trying to make some changes to like the OBS with some like display and stuff, but it somehow changed the resolution output. So in that sense, that's why that if you see with my previous like my previous like with my previous streams, is that it is on 480p, which is like what the fuck. It's kind of stupid, but yeah, I managed to fix that. It was I also went into my OBS and do some changes. So yeah, we're now back to full on quality, baby. No more like freaking scrumpy little like unclear piece of shit stuff. Yeah, we are 1080p 60 wait 1080 60p wait 1080p 60 frames. We're the 1080p 60 frames club. All right, ain't no 720p. I mean, okay, you can watch that if you want, but your boy's got to deliver the high quality, right? Come on, I ain't no streamer if I can't do that, right? But yeah, okay. So first of all, welcome to yet another Fizz Firecracker stream. My name is Fizz Firecracker, and welcome to yet another stream. And first of all, make sure that that the audio from my side is okay. Make sure the audio from my side is okay. If you guys have any, if it's too loud or like too quiet, you can like let me know, and yeah, I will try to make adjustments to that. So yeah, in this case, yeah, for the I don't know where to start, but yeah, for this week, it is the first week of wait, what am I saying? No, the first stream of the week. Jesus, Fizz, fucking hell. Yeah, first stream of the week, and I sort of like, I guess you can say I changed to my previous, and not like previous, but I changed to a different schedule, and also I'm adjusting my mic. So if you hear some really scrumpy sounds, I am sorry about that. But yeah, yeah, I sort of like changed my, I guess, you can say my schedule, I guess. Because usually I do my streams around like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Actually, yeah, actually it's almost the same. Yeah, there's really no any other difference. But for like Monday and Tuesday, which is yesterday, I have went back to hometown. Basically I just went back because I gotta attend a wedding. And don't worry, it's not my wedding. I ain't gonna marry someone in a long time. Plus I can't even find a girlfriend, which is kinda sad. Anyways, I went to attend a wedding of my cousin. You know, it was nice. Initially, I was planning to go on like the weekends. I think I was planning to go on like Saturday, Sunday, and then coming back on Tuesday basically. So yeah, in that sense, I was about to do that, but that was my it is a 5-seater, but if I were to go in, like, okay, if you see me right now, I may look like a little boy, but an IRL me, I'm I'm quite a big dude. So yeah, if I were to go there, it would be a teeny tiny little bit of cramp. So yeah, I went to follow with my parents' car, and yeah, that changes to today's plan. But anyways, remember to hydrate. And then we went back to. Oh yeah, I went back on. I think it was on Monday. Yeah, it's around Monday morning. I went back and sort of like chill with my cousin. We went out. Basically, to be honest, the whole entire trip is just me catching up with my cousins and then just attend the wedding. It's not like a grand wedding, but I think it's more of just like how do I say? I guess it's more of minor. It's like a small wedding. Like we didn't really like booked out an entire place. Like if you see, like if you are familiar with like Chinese weddings, especially in Malaysia, or like any other wedding actually, like okay, you would tend to like book a big place. All right, you book a big place, sort of like a fancy place, and then you would just have your ceremony with like all the different parts of family from each side. And for this year, my cousin didn't do that, so we just have like a small simple like I guess you can say, like in our culture it's called cha. So and that's in Cantonese. So what we call is that it's sort of like a tea ceremony, you can say that. It's a tea ceremony where like we would just they would just like say their wishes, and to just to like congratulate from both my cousin's side, sorry, the newlyweds, and from the different families. So everyone would like to say their own wishes, just sort of like wish them a happy marriage and stuff. And I too all right, I get to do that as well. And yeah, overall it's nice. And after the wedding, we went on to eat some more stuff. And yeah, basically during that time, it was kind of chill, and I guess you can say it's sort of like a disconnect from the hustle and bustle of my place, like currently right now. And I just just going back to hometown and just chill, because one thing, I ain't gonna stream from a laptop because one thing, I don't have one, and secondly, I wouldn't want to because come on, imagine letting your parents know that you're a VTuber. Okay, some VTubers, they have their parents know, but ain't gonna be mine. All right, they would never. All right, this would never see the light of day. Like never ever, they will never know about this. This is sort of like my own private thing, which is why every time I stream, I always make sure to lock my door. And there are certain times where I didn't, and they came in, but they didn't sort of like give two things about it. They didn't really ask about stuff. And luckily, because if they do, I might have to explain myself, which is gonna be a tidbit awkward. You can say that. But yeah, so yeah, actually, even when I went back to my hometown, I did think of like several like video ideas as well. So I'm trying to like get this rolling out, and it's somewhat related to our Fizz interview. If you remember, I think it was like 1 or 2 weeks ago, around there. I think it's around 1 or 2 weeks ago that I have an interview with Starry Libra. And yeah, I did like go on with that interview concept. But I just like sort of I look at the competition, you know, because I think even in the VTuber community itself, there are some like interview shows, but you know they're basically doing the same thing, you know, ask questions, answer, and then yeah, it's basically that. And I know that's like that's literally the basis of like every other like interview. All right, I mean that's the main point of an interview, right? Like you ask questions, they answer, we just all have a good time, which I did. And I'm not saying that with my interview with Starry Libra, you know, 07, you know, 07 in the chats, salute, already gone to heaven. I'm not saying that it is a bad interview, but I'm looking at a point of view is that I guess it can be improved a lot, because I want to bring a new flair, you know. I want to do something more creative. Basically I want to stand out, all right? I just have this tendency that whenever I'm doing something, I want to stand out. It can be the design that you're looking for. That literally in one of the shorts, I got a comment saying that I'm a reincarnate of a mustard and ketchup. And I'm like, that it really made me think that I should really commission a model, because come on, seriously, like I'm supposed to be Fizz, the Firecracker Vtuber. I am not Fizz, the mustard and ketchup Vtuber. I mean, that could be a really cool concept, not gonna lie, but no, I ain't gonna do that shit. No. But yeah, what was I saying? Man, I went off rails. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, I thought of like some new video ideas, which is about the interview. So I'm trying to do something different, and I'm still doing my research to make sure that it is sort of like accessible and it's applicable to everyone. And okay, and basically to give you the gist of it, if you guys have heard of Hot Ones on YouTube, if you are, you know, active on YouTube, you may have heard of Hot Ones, you know, the show where the interviewer, Sean something, Sean Evans, he would interview like A-list celebrities, YouTubers, and like anyone else that they would, you know, sort of conduct the interview while eating fried chicken. So basically I want that sort of like a concept where like we can have fun doing something that is pretty easy, that is applicable to everyone. That, yeah, I guess something like that. And I did thought of a few ideas, but I'm trying to implement that into like the VTuber sphere, because I mean, come on, if I were to do something like Hot Ones, I can do literally the same thing with chocolates. You know, what is the most gross chocolate, the most spiciest chocolate? I can do the same thing. But I'm trying to apply that to the VTuber scene, where most, I don't want to spoil. Okay, I don't want to spoil. All right, come on, it's a secret. It's a secret. All right. So yeah, I thought of like a few ideas from there, here and there, and I'm in the process of like refining it. So yeah, we just have to see. Okay, let me just adjust some of my stuff. Okay, I think this is much better. All right. So yeah, I guess that's the basis of it. So oh yeah, and also any mangaki has happened as well throughout Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yeah. And yeah, I think it's pretty fun. It looks pretty fun. I didn't went there because I just like, one thing is sort of like there isn't like really any interesting sort of like interviews that I want to see, or like interesting events that I want to see. But I know there's a ton, and I mean ton of like Malaysia VTubers that went there. You know, I can name a few, like with like Smile, I think it's Smile, one of it, and June, this one VTuber is that, and then Megato also, and Takakazuki, the new talent for I think it's Project Orbit, and a few more actually, a few more. Like I don't remember their names, but I know their designs. Oh, and Apex Daemon. So yeah, seems like they're having a lot of fun. Like, yeah, I just seen like like my feed is like full of like any manga key stuff. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much about it. So how about you guys? How you guys are doing? Oh boy. Never mind. All right. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, I guess that's really about it. So I know what you guys are planning to. I know what you guys came in this stream for. All right. We are gonna do some story crafting, adventure story crafting with AI. And if you have catch our last stream, you know what? You know what? I can actually show you guys that what I've been up to if you didn't catch last stream. So yeah, let me just okay. Shit, what am I gonna do again? Oh, okay. Let me just adjust my model right now. Boom, boom, boom. And then let me switch you guys over. No. Jeez. Alright, and then we connect right here. And then I will bring you guys to the the on the web scene. Alright, and I guess you guys can see clearly. Alright, there we go. Okay, so this is just the gist of it, right? Okay, so the concept is really simple. So basically, like I went onto this like adventure game. It's on like an AI website. So basically, like I'm basically chatting with like an AI, and they're like crafting a story for me. So it start, and let's just like give you a start from I give you everything from the start. All right. So I guess here we go. All right. Let's play a text-based adventure game. I'll be your guide. So basically the AI will be our guide. They'll be like crafting the story around and see how we would respond, or even like you know, just expand on the story. And that's basically it. Alright. So it starts off. You are caught upside down in a sticky web of silk 3 feet off the ground. After looking around, trying to think of a way out of this predicament, you notice that your trusty boot knife has fallen to the ground. And if you stretch your arm far enough, you might be able to pick it up and free yourself. An old boot knife lies on the ground, just within reach. So, there we go. And that's where I would put in the prompt and see what I would do. And so I just say, as I reach for the old boot knife, I managed to cut myself from the silk and escaped. However, it seems that I have alerted something. As you hear the sound of something approaching, your adrenaline pumps as you quickly unsheath your boot knife and take a look around. You'll think you see something moving in the bushes. And then that's where I would continue as well, saying that turns out it seems to be just an ordinary deer in the bush. The rustling in the bushes turned out to be just a small deer. It glances at you for a moment, but then goes back to its business of trying to find something to eat in the bushes. You don't think you need to worry about it. And then I said, is that as I have no recollection of how I end up here, I look around for clues. And then the AI responds. As you attempt to make sense of how you got in the situation, the memory of how you got here starts to come back. As you were walking through the woods, you saw the sparkle of a small gemstone on the ground. You bent down to pick it up when suddenly your whole body was enveloped in a sticky web of silk. And the last thing you remember before waking up here is something moving in the shadows. And then, not remembering the shadows, I continue to look around where I have found a walkie-talkie, which I tried to make it work. And as you search around, you find an old and dusty walkie-talkie. Lying hidden in a bush. It takes a few minutes to remember how to use it, but eventually you are able to turn it on. And as the static settles, you are able to hear someone speaking. Who is this? Who is this? A raspy voice comes across the walkie-talkie. And then I respond, Hi, this is Fizz from the Firecracker platoon. Can you hear me? Over. As I said to the walkie-talkie. And then the AI says, the voice that speaks over the walkie-talkie is clearly startled. Fizzy, where have you been? Commander's been looking for you. Didn't you hear the alarm? You need to get back to the platoon. They need your help right now. And then suddenly, you hear a strange sound in the distance. It almost sounds like a roar. And then I said, I wanna ask, do they have tigers in this forest? As I asked the person on the walkie-talkie. And then it says, What? Tigers? No, that's only in certain parts of the country. Why? Did you see one? The voice comes back to the walkie-talkie, sounding confused. Suddenly, the strange sound from earlier comes back, except this time, it's louder and closer. I drop the walkie-talkie as it will make a lot of noise, which it seems like the creature is attracted to it, and hid behind a stone nearby, watching what will appear. And as I drop the walkie-talkie and hid behind a stone, you hear a rustling off in the bushes. Something is moving through the bushes and is coming closer. You can feel your heart beat faster as you hear it getting closer. And it appears it is no ordinary tiger, as it is as big as a truck. It has a minigun strapped on its back and a person riding on top of the tiger. And you hid behind the stone and watch as a creature that is the size of a truck appears out of the bushes. It has a minigun strapped to its back, and there is a person sitting on top of it. The creature seems to be scanning the area as if it was looking for something. You can feel your heart pounding as you watch, hoping that it doesn't see you. Suddenly, the person on top of the creature leans forward and points the minigun at your hiding place. And then that's it. And then there's more rustling in the bushes where it caught the attention of the creature, which the person has instructed it to check it out, leading them off further in the forest. And as the person riding the creature tells it to check out the rustling in the bushes, you can see the creature's head turns towards the bushes. It takes a few steps over towards the sound, its minigun pointed in the direction of the rustling. The sound of the rustling seems to be coming from one bush in particular, but you have no idea what is causing it. The creature continues to move towards the sound, its head rotating to take in its surroundings. It is getting closer and closer to your hiding spot now. And me, I quickly put on mud on me to disguise my scent and play dead. As the creature walks past me, it didn't take attention to me, and then the man fired a minigun towards the rustling bush. And then you quickly slather yourself with mud, trying to mask your scent. You hold your breath and play dead, hoping that the creature doesn't see you. The creature walks past you, continuing to scan the forest as it moves towards the bush that is still rustling. The man on top of the creature fires off a burst from the minigun, shattering the bush and sending pieces of it flying in all directions. And then suddenly, a loud scream rings out as something jumps out of the bush and runs at the creature. It turns out to be a few human spider hybrids where they lunge at the creature and at the person, distracting them as they are having the battle on their own. I took that opportunity to head off further in the forest. You watch as the few human spider hybrids jump out at the creature and the person who was riding it. The two creatures fight each other, distracting both of their attentions. You can now hear the thunderous battle that is taking place just beyond the bushes. Taking advantage of the distraction, you move further into the forest. The sound of the battle becomes more and more distant as you move out of its earshot. As I head down to the forest, I saw a river where I followed upwards to get elevation. As night falls, I managed to get out of the forest and reach a small hill where I tried to make contact with the person on the walkie-talkie that I picked up as I tried to verify his identity. And after moving through the forest for a while, you see the glint of the river winding its way through the forest. You approach the river and then follow it as it meanders uphill, eventually leading you to a small hill that provides you with an elevated position. From here, you can see a lot of forest below you. You pick up the walkie-talkie and try to make contact with the person on the other end. And as the static fades and you can hear them speaking, you realize it is not the same person as before. This is someone new. I said, "Hi, this is Fizz from Firecracker Platoon, reporting back in. Can you hear me? Over." The walkie-talkie responds, "Roger that, Fizz. This is the fire team leader. We've been looking for you all day. Where were you?" A voice comes over the walkie-talkie, speaking in a crisp and professional manner. As they speak, you hear the sound of branches breaking in the forest below you. There is movement down in the forest, as if something is moving through the area. You begin to wonder if you are being watched. Hi, fire team leader, can I get your name?" I spoke while keeping an eye on the movement down the forest. "My name is Private First Class John, fire team leader and your commanding officer. Now, where have you been all day?" The voice comes over the walkie-talkie, sounding more demanding than before. As you keep your eye on the movement down in the forest, you see something move past in the shadows. You can't tell exactly what it was, but you are sure that you saw something. Hi, Sir John. Hi, Sir John. I'm currently on a hill in the forest. Could you call in a dispatch to my location?" As I activated a tracker on me which shows my coordinates. "Roger that, Fizz. Calling in dispatch now. Please try to stay where you are and await rescue. We should be able to get you out of there in no time. Over and out." And as John speaks over the walkie-talkie, you hear the rattle of gunfire from down in the forest below. You watch as the flashes of light that accompany the gunfire play across the trees. You can't tell if the gunfire is aimed at you or something else, but it is definitely happening. I can hear the scream before that the human spider hybrid made, following with the screams of people and gunfire. With the high elevation, you are safe and made it to the second day and decided to check out the area where the gunfire happened. And you lie in your hiding spot, listening to the sounds of gunfire and screams from the forest below. You can feel your heart beating quickly as you imagine what is happening down in the forest. After the gunfire screams die down, you decide to risk leaving your hiding spot to go investigate. You move down into the forest, heading towards the sound of the gunfire from before. As you walk, you notice that the ground around you is littered with broken branches and disturbed soil. It looks like there has been quite a fight here. And as I looked around, bodies of the human spider hybrid are littered everywhere. All that is left is the huge tiger comforting the dying creature, which it is its rider. I watch on the side, seeing the huge tiger lying beside its owner through the night. You observe the scene in front of you in shock. The bodies of the human spider hybrids are scattered everywhere, while the huge tiger lies next to its rider, not moving. You stay watching through the night as the tiger sits by its master and doesn't make a move. The forest is silent and still around you as the night passes. After a while, you see the first hints of daylight start to pierce through the darkness and dawn breaks. There is still movement in the bushes, so you remain on your guard. Yet again, I mask my scent using the nearby mud and try to stay completely still. It turns out that a group of the same tigers with miniguns, with their owners riding them on top, came to check out their fallen comrade. I watch as they gather among them and try to pay their respect. You carefully blend into the greenery and cover yourself in mud, trying to remain as unnoticed as possible. You hold your breath and remain completely still, watching closely as a group of tigers with miniguns came to inspect the scene. You watch as the tigers gather around their fallen comrade, paying their respects in their own way. Some of them seem to look at you for a moment, but they turn away and continue to mourn their fallen comrade. And then, as I was watching them, I forgot to turn off the walkie-talkie that it made a sound, which attracted the attention of the tigers. I was stunned as one of the tigers looked straight in my eye as it commands the other tigers to surround me. You are so focused on watching the tigers and the mourning of their fallen comrade that you forgot to turn off the walkie-talkie. Suddenly, you hear the static of the walkie-talkie as it activates, making a faint sound. One of the tigers nearby turns to look at the sound, its eyes finding you. The tiger barks an order to the others and a group of tigers moves towards you, surrounding your hiding spot. The sound of their movement is getting closer and closer as the tigers close in on your position. And eventually, they found me, dragging me by my clothes up in the air as I struggled to break free. And as I was struggling, a small gemstone that I had on me dropped onto the floor, attracting the tigers' eye where they eventually led me down. The tigers find you, grabbing you by your clothes and pulling you upward. You struggle against their strength, but they manage to keep you in their grip and refuse to let go. And as you try to break free, the small gemstone you have falls to the floor. The sudden movement of the stone grabs the tiger's attention. You see it slowly approach the gemstone, and you are now in a standoff with the tiger. And eventually, one of the tigers barks towards the other tigers, where they eventually carry me and venture down to the forest where I have reached a tribal village. And one of the tigers barks an order to the group, and they pick you up, carrying you deeper into the forest. After a while, you see them moving towards a village in the distance. As you get closer, you see that it is a tribal village with simple, crudely built houses. The villagers look out for whatever they are doing and stare at you as you approach. And that is where I have stumbled upon the Fire Commander John, which I was ecstatic to see. And then I was brought by the tigers with miniguns to my commanding officer named These Bitches. And you enter the village, carried by the tigers with miniguns, as the villagers stare at you in amazement and disbelief. You are brought to the tribal village's leaders, These Bitches, who is waiting for you. You see John standing next to him, looking relieved. Fizzy, I thought we lost you for a second there. Looks like you made quite an impression on the tigers as well. Alright, and this is where we stopped at. Alright, let me just take a look. Yep, and this is where we stopped at, last time. So let me just have a quick sip of water. Water is always handy, so make sure you hydrate. All right, so yeah, that's basically it. All right, and now you guys are caught up with the story, so now let's just try to expand the story and try to make it as long as possible. And if it's a little bit too long, or maybe the AI wants to end the story right there, then we can choose to end it. Who knows? All right, let's see. All right, so we enter the village, carried by the tigers with miniguns, as the villagers stare at you in amazement and disbelief. You are brought to the tribal village's leader, Des Betches, who is waiting for you. You see John standing next to him, looking relieved. Fizzy, I thought we lost you for a second there. Greeting you. Looks like you made quite an impression on the tigers as well. Alright. I asked John about what is going on with these I asked John and the tribal village leader about what is going on with these tigers that seem to be attracted to my gemstone. There we go. Okay, let's see. Oh, yo, cool. All right. Okay, John smiles and nods his head as you ask your questions. Well, the tigers have been with us for a long time, alright? They were originally from a distant land until one day they came and claimed this forest as their own. Since then, they live alongside the village peacefully, hunting and killing anything that tries to disturb us. The tribal village leader speaks up and looks at you with a serious expression. These tigers are very protective of us and our forest. You should feel honored to have been able to meet them. Alright. As I learned about I was intrigued by the tigers and their relations to the village. Alright. To the village. I then asked, why did the tigers spare me as one of the gemstone fell out of. Okay, wait. I was intrigued by the tigers and their relations to the village. As I recounted my memories, I asked the tribal village leader why did the tigers seem to spare me when this gemstone fell out of my pocket. Oh, cool. Oh my god, I'm loving this. This is great. Oh my, this is so good. Okay, the tribal village leader looks at you for a moment, seemingly thinking about your question. They eventually speak, their tone more serious. There are many mysteries surrounding the tigers in our forest, but I believe I have the answer to your question. Many moons ago, a brave villager found a gemstone, just like the one you found. The villagers gave it to the tigers, believing that it held some magical power. The tigers found the gemstone to be valuable and have since used it to protect the forest from anyone who was not meant to be here. Oh, alright, cool. Okay. And as I see, I stood there as I asked the tribal. I asked the tribal leader should I return this to you since you are the tribal leader. Return the gemstone that I found. Return this gemstone to you as you are the tribal leader, which is suitable to lead. Since you are the tribal leader, which is suitable to lead the tigers. All right, there you go. Let's see. The tribal village leader considers your question for a few moments before nodding his head, agreeing to your suggestion. That is very thoughtful of you. If you would be so kind as to return the gemstone, I am sure the tigers would appreciate such a gesture. I see. Oh wow, okay. And now let's put a plot twist. And as I was walking towards the tribal leader, the tigers seem to stop my path. Seems to try to block my path, hinting us a rejection to the idea I suggested. As you try to approach the tribal leader, the tiger moves in front of you and blocks your path. The tigers are hissing at you in warning, as if they do not want you to give up the gemstone. It looks like the tigers have made up their mind and are not willing to budge on a decision. Ah, okay. I asked the tribal leader. I watched. Wait, where's Sean? Is he the commanding officer? John. On the side, John seems to be defensive as he reaches for his rifle, while the tribal leader seems to be intrigued by the tigers' reaction. I asked the tribal leader, why are they hissing? Why are the tigers hissing at me? I am just trying to return something that I was trying to return something that belongs to the village. All right, here we go. Ah, wow. Okay. The tribal leader looks at you, a look of curiosity on his face as the tigers continued to hiss at you. Those tigers are the protectors of our village, and they can be very unpredictable at times. They're probably hissing at you because they have decided that you should keep the gemstone. It is quite rare for someone like you to stumble upon a gemstone, and the tigers may think you are meant to be its bearer. Alright, okay. Oh, this is interesting. Wow. Okay, so right now, we are somehow like the unspoken, we are the unspoken like champion from like for like the group of tigers with miniguns, I guess. I'm not sure if miniguns is still the thing right now. I think we should just stick with like tigers, alright? Because yeah, because I think the AI sort of like forget that the tigers have miniguns. So yeah, in that case, I'm not sure how should I implement that, or maybe I can implement something different down in the story, but let's see. Okay, so now we are sort of like the leader of the tigers, and yeah, wow. Okay, all right, so now we are the gemstone bearer, that I have sort of like the power to lead the tigers. Yeah, all right. I see. But I have no. I said, but I have no experience leading a group of tigers, and I am not sure if I am capable to do so. I mean, I couldn't do so. All right, let's see what it has to say. The tribal leader looks at you, their face filled with curiosity. Many things in life are about taking chances, Fizzy. Yes, leading a group of tigers and protecting the village is not an easy responsibility, but I know you are capable of doing it. The tigers trust you and have decided that you should be the bearer of the gemstone. With time, I believe you will be able to do what you must to defend our village. Alright. Okay, as the tribal leader, then I nodded. I stood there still in disbelief. Still in disbelief that I would need to lead a group of tigers to protect the village. I asked the tribal leader, what training could you provide me training to help Could you train me? Can the village train me to lead these tigers to protect the village? Can you and the village train me to lead these tigers to protect the village? I said. Aha, alright, let's see. The tribal leader listens to your question and nods their head. Of course, Fizzy. We will be more than happy to train you in the ways of protecting our village. We train many of our brave villagers to be like the tigers, and believe you can as well. The tribal leader looks up at the tigers, which are still guarding your path and hissing. They seem to be eager to get you to accept the role of the leader. Oh boy! Alright. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. Okay, I want to make this like dramatic, as I remembered the fallen comrade as the fallen comrade that the tiger has paid respect, fighting, that stood his ground, fighting the human spider hybrids until death. I clutched hard at the gemstone and said, okay, this is gotta be a cliche, I will do it. The tribal leader smiles and nods at you as you accept the responsibility of leading the tigers to protecting the village. The tigers seem to be very happy with your decision as they stop their hissing and begin to circle around you. It is almost as if they are accepting you as their new leader. Oh wow! Holy shit, this is so cool! Oh boy! Damn, this is... wow. I'm really starting to like love this text adventure game. Damn! Wow, this is so freaking cool. Alright. Okay. And then John suggested the tribal leader to have a dinner to properly introduce him to the village. Okay, John, my commanding officer, suggested the tribal leader to have a dinner to properly introduce me to the village, to the history of the village and the forest. All right, let's see. The tribal leader nods and turns to John. Yes, I think a dinner to properly introduce Fizzy to our village and the forest would be a good idea. The leader makes a motion and the tigers break off from circling you and move towards their leader. It seems as though the dinner is about to begin and you have a lot to learn about the history of the village and the forest. Oh, wow, interesting, so interesting. Okay, all right, so let's see. Wow, I'm loving this. I'm loving this so much. I can literally craft a story like out of thin air, like literally anything. Like, of course, maybe they can like start off with like a different adventure like every single time, but damn, this AI is so good. Wow. Okay. Oh my god. Wow. This is so interesting. Really, really interesting. Love it. Okay. As night approaches, I went to okay. As night approaches, I went to the tribal village. I then asked, how should I, as night approaches, as night approaches, I went to Des Batches. Is it Des Batch? Wait, I forgot the tribal leader's name. Let's see. Des Batch. Oh no, where is it? Where is it? Come on. Okay, and also, and I don't think we would need to like sort of introduce too many characters, because I think if we introduce too many characters, the AI will sort of like missed out, or like it will get confused. So yeah, let's see. Okay, let's see. Oh, Des Batches is my. Oh, yeah, the leader is Des Batches. Oh, I went to Des. Oh, whoops. Whoopsie. Okay, here we go. Now we copy this to Des Batches, to Des Batches, Dispatches. Tribal. I went to find Des Batches, the tribal leader, in his as we have dinner at his house. House? Or should I say huts? In his hut. Maybe I just put like hut, alright? Alright. Okay, let's see. As night falls quickly in the dark forest, you find your way. The night falls quickly in the dark forest, and you find your way to Des Batches' hut. At his invitation, you enter and sit down at a small table where a meal has been prepared. You and the tribal... No! Okay, you know what? I'll just put the tribal leader, okay? I don't want to put, like, You and the tribal leader sit opposite each other and begin to eat your meal in silence. As you eat, you start to hear the familiar sounds of the nighttime forest. There is a chill in the air, and the sounds of crickets, frogs, and other creatures fill the air. The forest is alive with life, even at this late hour. Alright, okay. As I was enjoying my meal, I came to ask, what is... I asked the tribal leader. What are the human spider hybrids that I saw? What are the humans hybrids that I saw fighting with the tigers? All right, there we go. Okay, what is the history? Maybe I'll just ask. What? Okay. No, I start from there, right? Let's start from there. The tribal leader considers your questions for a moment before speaking. Are you serious? Come on. You gotta have like a more creative name. Oh man. Okay. Oh my god, I cannot. Come on. Really? The tribal leader considers your questions for a moment before speaking. We call those creatures Spider-Man. What the fuck? And they are a plague that has plagued our village for many years. These strange creatures have come into our forest and every now and then to try to destroy us and take our land for themselves. As you listen to the tribal leader, you see his expression change, becoming more serious and determined. The tribal leader seems to be determined to protecting his village from these Spider-Men, and you can tell they are not a threat that can be ignored. Alright, let's take some hints. How long? Did you know how they have came to be? Did you know of any history about the Spider-Men? The Spider-Man, about the Spider-Man plague? Do you know of any history about the Spider-Man origin? Is it... I asked the tribal village. Did you know of any history about the Spider-Man origin? Is it a disease? Or did they come from somewhere else? The tribal leader looks at you for a moment before speaking. We know little about the origins of the Spider-Men. They come from somewhere else. That much is clear. As for whether it is a disease or not, we are not sure. These creatures have been attacking us for generations and we've never managed to catch one alive. The tribal leader looks away, deep in thought, before turning back to you. What do you ask about these Spider-Men? Does your gemstone have some connection to them? Ah, interesting. As I looked at, I said, okay, I am not too sure, as I was walking around, as I was stumbling around, as I saw it, as when I saw it on the ground, it seems that they have ambushed me where I was covered in silk. In the first place. The tribal leader listens carefully to what you say, studying your response. Interesting. Perhaps the spiders are drawn to the gemstone you found. Fizzy? It is possible that it has some significance to them. The tribal leader considers this idea for a moment, the wheels turning in his mind as he tries to understand the connection between the gemstone and the Spider-Man. His expression is deep in thought as he ponders the possibilities. Ah, interesting. Okay. How should we expand? Should we just dive straight into like the plan, I guess? Would you suggest that I said, would you suggest that this gemstone is capable of controlling the tigers? Would you suggest that this gemstone is capable of controlling the tigers, which they will use it as a weapon? Oh, all right, let's see. The tribal leader hears your question and thinks for a moment. It is possible. You saw how the tigers reacted to the gemstone as you approached us. They seem to hold it in high regard and refuse to let you give the gemstone back. The tribal leader looks at you and his expression seems to be contemplating your next move. What will you do with the gemstone, Fizzy? Will you use it to help us against the Spider-Man? Or will you keep the gemstone for yourself? Oh, wow, we came to a choice. I mean, okay. I do want to go to the contrarian route where I will keep the gemstone for myself. But let's just go with the more cliche ones first, because I'm not sure how the AI would react, and I'm just like sort of I guess skeptical. I guess I would be sort of, how do I put this? Okay, yeah. What I was saying is that I think I would go with like the normal route for now, because I'm not sure how the AI would react if I go to the contrarian route. I mean, it would be more interesting, but I think I would go to the more cliche route first. All right, interesting. As I looked at the gemstone, seemingly speaking to me, seemingly to connect with me, I said, of course, I would help you with the Spider-Man. Oh my. The tribal leader smiles at your response. Wise decision, Fizzy. I'm glad that you used the gemstone to help us against the Spider-Man. I'm sure you will be a valuable ally to the village. The tribal leader looks at the gemstone, pondering its potential power. We will discuss how best to use the gemstone in the coming days, but for now, take some time to rest and get to know the village. There is much more to learn about our home. Alright, interesting. Alright, okay, so as I went back to my hut to sleep, it seems that I have woken up in a dream where I have met the fallen comrade that died while fighting the human spider hybrid. Aha, interesting. Whoa, interesting. You return to your hut and try to get some rest. As you drift off to sleep, you find yourself in a dream. In the dream, you are in the same forest where you fought the human spider hybrids, but this time you feel a presence next to you. You turn to look and you see a figure standing there. As you come closer, you recognize the figure as the fallen comrade who died while fighting the Spider-Man earlier. The fallen comrade speaks to you with a gentle, calming voice. Don't be afraid, Fizzy. I'm here to warn you. As I am unable to speak in the dream state, I listened to what warning the fallen comrade is about to give me. Oh boy, this is so cool. The fallen comrade speaks once again, their calm voice filling your dream. You must be careful with the gemstone that you found, Fizzy. The tigers may think it belongs to you, but I have a feeling that there is something more to it than just a gemstone. Be cautious and tread carefully when using it. The fallen comrade looks at you intently, their face conveying a sense of urgency and concern. Alright, wow, interesting. Wow, okay. Damn, we actually progressed a lot during this sort of this like story expanding. Wow, this is so interesting. Oh my god. Oh man. What? This is so cool. Damn. Wow. This is crazy. Oh man. Okay, so dude, how I wish you guys are here to like help me expand on the story. Cause dude, this looks so interesting. Like very, very interesting. And there's like so many ways that you can explore further on how you can just expand on it. Like right now I'm in the dream state where I have met this guy, and this guy seems to be warning me about the gemstone. Huh. Interesting. As I heed his warnings, he begins to drift off away, and then I have woken up to a tiger, to one of the tigers woken up by one of the tigers. You wake up with a start, feeling the presence of the tiger next to you. You remember the fallen comrade from your dream and the warning they gave you about the gemstone. The tiger looks at you with a sense of curiosity and hint of amusement. The tiger seems to be waiting for you to move or say something. What do you do next? What do we do next? Ah, okay. Interesting. As I okay, let's see. As I got ready, I head off to the tribal leaders' village hut, where with the tigers, where he will provide me training to lead the tigers. You get up and follow the tiger to Des Betches' hut, where the tribal leader is waiting for you. The tiger moves ahead of you as you approach, almost as if it is leading the way. You enter the hut and see Des Betches sitting at a small table with a meal prepared. The tiger moves up and puts its head across your shoulders as if guiding you into the hut. Come sit, Fizzy, says Des Betches, gesturing to the chair at the table. We need to plan for your training and how best to use the gemstone against the Spider-Men. Ah, interesting. As I asked the tribal leader, okay. I asked the tribal leader, so, do you have any sort of knowledge, I guess? Any have you trained one the warriors before this? The warriors before on how to use this gemstone with the tigers? Okay, Desbetis looks at you with a serious expression and thinks for a moment before responding. In the past, we have tried to train our warriors in the ways of leading the tigers, but we have never found anyone capable of doing so. The tigers are a wild breed and will only listen to those they respect as a leader. Desbetis looks at you, his expression serious. As they continue, you are the first one to successfully claim the gemstone and have the tigers accept you. It seems we were right about you being the right person to use the gemstone. Okay, alright. Okay. Okay, so let's try it. I think so. How are we gonna expand this? Is that we're gonna use the gemstone as sort of like the way to communicate with the tigers. All right, so this gemstone is like a bridge with the tigers, so basically we can communicate with them like telepathically, and in that sense we would just try to use the gemstone. It's like this. Okay, but we have to figure out like how do we approach this in a way that seems logical, that we don't like normally just found out is that, oh, how does this connect with like communicating with the tigers in some way. But we have to think something about it. We have to do it in a way that seems like it's natural in a sense. I don't want it to just like, just it's like a guessing game where we're just like, oh, we suddenly know that this gemstone communicates with the tigers. Okay, so you're the first one to successfully claim the gemstone and have the tigers accept you. It seems we were right about you being the right person to use the gemstone. Okay. So this is able to control the tigers. Let's see. As discussed before, as presumed before, that this gemstone is linked with the tigers in a I decided to try it out by focusing on the gemstone and thinking and give a thought of handling of deliver wait, take a cup of water for me. Let's see what it has to say. Cool. Okay. You focus on the gemstone and think of "take a cup of water for me" in your head. Instantly, one of the tigers standing nearby leaps up and runs off. You watch as the tiger runs into the forest and out of sight. A few minutes pass and you are just about to give up on your idea of controlling the tigers with your gemstone. When the tiger returns with a cup of water, it places the cup of water on the table right in front of you. Ah, okay. Wow, this is cool. This is cool. Alright, interesting, interesting. Oh, wow. Really interesting. One of the okay, wow, so we are able to control the tigers. So I want to like sort of show that I guess this is not in a sense that me controlling the tigers. I want it to be sort of a symbiotic relationship with the tigers, where I ask them to take a water for me, and then they will receive the thought, but they will have their own freedom still, but they just receive the thought and say, "Hey, well, I can take a cup of water," and they just go and take a cup of water. I was surprised to find out that I was surprised. Find out that it worked. It seems like the gemstone are able to control the tigers. Okay, Desbet just looks at you and his expression on one of the amusement mixed with excitement. Impressive, Fizzy. It seems as though the gemstone can control the tigers. This is good news for us, as it means we can now use the tigers to fight against the Spider-Man. The tiger that brought the cup of water looks at you, and its eyes seems to be filled with excitement. Seems like it is waiting for you to give it another command. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I want to like sort of like test the limits in a sense, where I want to like do something. It's not like offending, but it's like it's impossible in a sense. Yeah. How do I do this? I wanna like connect with as I said, I wanna like introduce the idea of like yeah, I don't know how to put this. Is that I want to prove that there's a symbiotic relationship. So it's not like a one-off thing. It's not like it's wait, let me compose my thoughts. It's not like I have the gemstone where if I just hold it and I can just command the tigers like everywhere. I want it to be sort of like a push and pull relationship, I guess, where I tell them to do something, but it is also up to them if they want to do it, if they think it is okay. Okay, let's see. I want to maybe let's think of a prank, maybe. Let's see. How do we do this? Hmm. Let me think. Yeah, I want to introduce an idea. I'm still thinking of it. Where it's like, I want to prove that there's a symbiotic relationship. Let's see. What is a light-hearted thing that I can do? Let's see. What do tigers like? Let me think. Okay, you know what? I think as I was thinking, maybe I'll just have a quick break. All right, let me just have a 5 minutes break. I would just like go fill up my water, and I think you guys should too. Hydrate yourself, get yourself comfy, and yeah, I will meet you guys in around 5 minutes. All right. So let's see. Okay. Let me just do it. My be right back screen. There we go. Oh no, there's no gameplay audio? My bad. Let me just... Okay, alright. Now there we go. There's like audio. Oh my. It's not like audio for the first entire time, which is kind of sad. Shit. My bad on that. Okay, so let me just go on the web scene. Alright, let me just okay. 5 minutes break. Gonna hydrate. Alright, so I'll leave you guys here, and I'ma just go fill up my stuff. Alright, see ya. Bye. Oh boy. Okay. Oh wait, actually let me let me just see. Oh mamma mia. Oh mamma mia. Oh mamma mia. Oh mamma mia. Alright. Let me just Alright, there we go. Okay. Alright. Hey. Okay. Alright. Alright. Now let's see. Okay, now we just gotta turn this bad boy off. Okay, now we are back. Okay, so when I was like filling up my water, I thought of an idea. Alright, so as I gave, so here you go. I gave them a command that I asked one of the tigers to duel between them, and then one of the tigers seemed to give me a soft strike to my back, indicating it is a stupid idea. What? Oh, okay, alright. You give a command to one of the tigers to do another tiger. The tiger you gave the command to turns and faces another of the tigers close by. The two tigers stare at each other for a few seconds before the other tiger suddenly lashes out and pawns the tigers you told to duel. The tiger you ordered duel quickly dodges and swats back. The two tigers now engage in a pretend fight. The tiger that gave you a soft strike to your back seems to be trying to warn you against the idea you just gave, implying that it is a stupid idea indeed. Let's see if there's an Aha. I see. Okay, you give the command that you want the tigers to do on one another. The tiger that gave you a soft strike on the back seems to be communicating to you that it is a stupid idea. Desbetches, the tribal leader, also looks at you in surprise and disbelief as you give the order. A duel between the tigers? Fizzy, what are you thinking? They are powerful creatures, but they are dangerous animals. The tiger looks at you with a stern expression. You get the feeling that you have upset it with your command. However, I have apologized as I focused on the gemstone. I gave them the command to stop. I apologize. I have told both the tigers and the tribal leader that I am still experimenting the extent of the power of the gemstone. Which proves to be a symbiotic which proves that the relationship I have proven that the relationship between the tigers and the gemstone are symbiotic, where I could not command them fully as they have their own freedom of thoughts as well. Okay, the tiger that you gave the command to stops mid-strike. You can see its eye filled with confusion as it tries to process the command you gave with what it was trying to do. You tell the tribal leader that you are still experimenting with the extent of the power of the gemstone, and he nods his head. This is wise, Fizzy. We must proceed with caution when experimenting with the power of the gemstone, as we do not fully understand its possibilities. The tiger looks at you with a sense of curiosity as you speak to the tribal leader. Okay, let's see if there are other responses. Let's see this. Okay. Alright. Now this is more appropriate. You focus on the gemstone and give the command to stop the duel between the tigers. Both tigers stop immediately and look at you. You explain to the tribal leader that you are still experimenting with the powers of the gemstone and that you are still learning how best to use it. The gemstone seems to have a symbiotic relationship with the tigers where it can control their actions but it cannot completely override their own freedom. Desbetches looks at you, the expression thoughtful. I see. It seems we were right to have you wield the gemstone, Fizzy. Alright, okay. Alright, so now we have tested the... Okay. So now we have tested the gemstone. Okay, alright. So, right now we know the extent is that we can, we prove to the tribal leader that that the gemstone has like sort of like, as I said, like a push and pull like narrative between the tigers and the owner. So I'm not sure how to proceed with this. Maybe I gotta like, maybe I wanna go through like a meditation into the forest, and then a meditation period in my hut with the tigers in a sense. So because I can sort of like tap into their thoughts, so maybe I can sort of like want to understand the tigers and what their experiences are. Okay, alright. So let's see this. As I have understand that the gemstone are able to tap into the minds of the tiger, I told the tribal leader that I would need to meditate. I suggested to the tribal leader that perhaps I can meditate with the gemstone. I can meditate with the gemstone to improve its capabilities. Alright, let's try this. You suggest to the tribal leader that you could try meditating with the gemstone to improve its capabilities. Desbetches considers your suggestion for a moment and then nods their head in approval. A good idea, Fizzy. Meditating with the gemstone and trying out different commands is probably our best bet at mastering its power. I'm curious to see what you find. The tribal leader seems to be excited for what you might discover. Alright, interesting. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay. As I head back. Fucking mosquito. Oh, this bitch. I am gonna burn you alive, you fucking mosquito. You deserve what this is coming at you. Fucking hell. It's so annoying. He's been bugging me for the entire fucking live stream. Fucking hell. Dude, so weird. Okay, now let's see. Okay, as I head back. Okay, sorry. Let me just try one thing. Sorry guys, I'm trying to fix an error on my side for a while. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm okay right now. Sorry, I just gotta like fix some stuff. All right. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm curious to see what you find. All right, seems to be excited to see what you might discover. As I head back to my hut, it seems that I do still wonder what is the warning that the fallen comrade what is the I do wonder what is the urgency gave with such concern about my relationship with the gemstone. Okay, alright. As you head back to your hut, you can't help but wonder about the warning the fallen comrade gave you. Why was the fallen comrade so concerned with your relationship with the gemstone? You enter your hut and close the door, taking a moment to relax. The thought of the warning still lingers in your mind as you think more about why the fallen comrade had warned you to be careful with the gemstone. Alright. As I brushed it off, I proceed to meditate with the tigers as I sat in the circle and while they surround me. You sit in a circle of tigers and they surround you as you meditate with the gemstone. The tigers seem to be very attentive, watching your every move as you meditate. You shut your eyes and focus your mind, using the gemstone and attempting to connect with the tigers. Suddenly you feel a wave of energy course through your body. Your mind expands and you feel a connection with the tigers. You can feel the tigers' thoughts and emotions as if they were your own. The tigers' thoughts seem to be filled with devotion and admiration, as if you were their leader. Alright, interesting. Okay. As I dive in, as I keep focusing, I have managed to Jesus, how many more mosquitoes are here? Oh my god, fucking hell. This is so annoying. Alright, let's see. Okay, as I keep focusing, I have managed to tap into the tiger's memories, where into the other tiger's memories. Alright, you continue focusing and eventually tap into the other tiger's memories, seeing and hearing things as they do. As you see the memories, you feel the tiger's emotions and begin to understand their perspective. You see the memories of hunting and playing with other tigers, as well as memories of protecting their home and territory from the other Spider-Man. As you see the tigers' memories, you also get a glimpse of their personal thoughts and feelings. They seem to be filled with a sense of duty and devotion, and you get a sense of pride in their role as guardians and protectors. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Alright. Let's see. Okay, as of now, as I meditate more, I have managed to uncover the memories the tigers have with the past warriors that they worked with in the past. Okay, you continue with your meditation and eventually uncover the memories the tigers have with the past warriors they worked with in the past. You see the tigers working with warriors in the past, helping them in the hunt for food and against the Spider-Man. You get a sense of the close bonds developed between the tigers and warriors. You also feel a sense of grief at the loss of the past warriors. The tigers remember the warriors fondly and seem to miss having them around. They seem to hold the warriors up as heroes and role models. Okay, interesting. As I meditate further, I focused the thought of why me, as I try to communicate to the tigers that why did they pick me as their role, as their leaders, where I am not even from the tribe. You focus your thoughts on why me and try to communicate this to the tigers as you meditate. The tigers' thoughts seem to answer you directly. In their minds, they see you as a leader because you were chosen by the gemstone. The tigers see the gemstone as an important part of their culture and tradition, and they believe that the gemstone had chosen you for a purpose. They see you as a leader in part because of your connection to the gemstone. Okay. Alright. While I admire their devotion to the gemstone, to the relationship between me and the gemstone. I meditate further and asked and try to communicate aside. Let's not aside from the gemstone. What do you see me as a person that is able to lead you guys? To the tigers with this question in mind. Alright, you meditate further and try to communicate to the tigers the question of how they see you. Aside from the gemstone, the tigers' thoughts are slightly surprised by your question. In their minds, it is clear that they see you as a leader because of the gemstone and your connection to it. However, they also see some of your personal qualities that make them want to follow you. The tigers see you as someone who is strong, brave, and protective. They see you as someone who will protect and lead them in battle against the Spider-Men. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Now let's see. Okay, alright. And this, as I proceed as I continue to meditate through the night until the night, continue to meditate until the night. Okay. I hear the screams. I hear screams. Some of the tigers have fallen asleep as I try to reconnect. So I try to strengthen my connection with the gemstone. Alright, you continue to meditate until the night. You continue to meditate until the night as some of the tigers fall asleep around you. You feel your connection with the gemstone strengthen as you continue to channel the tigers' thoughts while meditating. After a while, you slowly open your eyes and look out of your hut at the sleeping tigers. The moonlight shines through the trees, illuminating the tigers as they rest their heads on the ground and look up the sky. You feel a sense of peace and harmony as if the tigers' thoughts had transferred over to you as well. Alright, interesting. Okay. Let's see. And then screams from the floor. Okay, let's see. And then you hear. Okay, alright, I wanna end it on the cliffhanger. Alright, let's see. How do you oh my god. Okay, I'm trying to like I'm trying to like end this because it's like I think we've been streaming for like around 2 hours and 13 minutes. Alright. So yeah. I'm trying to like see how should I like end this. So let's take a look. Alright. And then you hear and then you see one of the scouts from the tribal village come running down. One of the scouts from the village come running down, seemed to be covered in blood. And then you see one of the scouts from the tribal village come running down, seemed to be covered in blood. Seemingly to warn the villagers, the village of an incoming threat. Okay. You see one of the scouts from the tribal village running down towards you and the village, covered in blood. Their expression is one of urgency and worry, and it seems they are trying to warn the village of an imminent threat. The tigers seem to react with worry and concern as well, as if they sense the urgency of the situation. You feel their thoughts of concern as they look towards the scout, wanting to know more. As the scout arrives in the village, you walk towards them and ask what has happened. They are out of breath and seem to need to catch their breath before they speak. Alright, and then this is where we will end our cliffhanger. Alright, there we go. Alright, and let me just Alright, okay, so I brought you guys back over to the just chatting scene. And because you know why? I guess this is the end for our story crafting scene, because I want to end it on a cliffhanger. And there you go. Wow, it's been so much fun. Like I didn't expect this to be like that good. Holy. wow, this is so much fun. Like, okay, because I'm personally of like a story guy where I like to like introduce, basically I just like stories and just see how the plot goes. So yeah, really fun. I really didn't expect like this AI story crafter thing. This story crafter thing is like, it works. Some like, okay, like it did better than I expected. Like, really, like if you just introduce like simple characters, and I think it would do just fine. So yeah, I guess in that sense, it if you keep the characters like simple and just like a few characters, like maybe you don't have to give them names, because I think it would not be good with names. So in that case, I guess it works pretty great actually. Yeah, it works pretty great. So I'm looking forward to like the next stream of this, because you know we ended on a cliffhanger. So come on, you guys would really want to know, right? So yeah, in that case, I guess yeah, I guess that's all for now then. We are gonna continue this maybe on like next week, where we will continue our story yet again. All right. So and we've been streaming for around 2 hours and 18 minutes. And yeah, I guess that's just about it then. All right. So yeah, I guess that's all for today. Thank you guys for for anyone that's just passed by, anyone that's just joined in or that chat with me, or anyone that just look in the chat and just watch me, you know, just watch me you know, just craft a story actually, like and potentially, like, you know, you never know, this can be like a story where we can sort of how do I put this, this can be a story where we can craft it, and you know, if you guys would like would be interested to craft to take your part and craft this story with me, and like, you know, just to further expand and just see how far we can go with this, yeah, you can just like drop by my stream, and we will see then. So yeah, I guess that's all for today. My name is Fizz Firecracker, and I hope you guys enjoy this stream. Alright, so I guess I will see you maybe on Friday, where we will do some gaming on like the Hitman game, but this time on a hard difficulty. So it would be interesting to see. Alright, so I guess that's all for today, and I will see you guys next time. Alright, see ya, bye.